2020 was a very tough and trying year, not for just one country, but for the whole world. As we know, a very unexpected virus caught the globe by surprise and changed our way of life as we know it. During the COVID-19 pandemic, companies shut down and schools closed nationwide, limiting access to food, medication, healthcare, and education, causing a worldwide panic. Fast forward to today, with the help of vaccines and advanced medical care, we've come a long way in our battle of ending this pandemic. Unfortunately, the virus mutated, rendering vaccines less effective and kids more vulnerable to this unknown disease. Kids are going to school and catching COVID at alarming rates. Hospital beds are filling up with kids across the country, raising uncertainty for parents and governments everywhere. At Mayat K-12, we took swift action and converted fully into online operations and brought private school to the doorsteps of children nationwide, providing free tutoring and countless hours of help to children, keeping your babies safe in their homes. We pride ourselves as the best private school to care for your children during these very trying times, and we expect another amazing year for our students across the country. Bring your child back to Mayat University because we care, we pay attention, and we love. Mayat K-12. Let's have another amazing year. Click the link below and enroll now.
Greetings, family. Inkaru Watch Company would like to present Enter the Wind, this Inkaru timepiece, the Heru collection, hand-painted on a pure silver dial, 42 millimeter stainless steel case, and a Swiss 17 jewel mechanical 2.5 delta waves movement. The 100 person that sign up for our online Zoom class, The Power of Precious Metals, sponsored by KTL University and Inkaru, will win this beautiful timepiece. Again, the 100 person that sign up for our class, The Power of Precious Metals, will win this beautiful timepiece. Enter now. Thank you. Greetings. I'm horologist Inkaru. On the behalf of myself and KTL University, we would like to invite you for our online Zoom class, March the 27th, 11 o'clock, 2022. We will present the power of precious metals, where you will have the opportunity to learn the concept of building wealth with gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and rhodium. You will also learn the foundation of the abundantness of these metals through the health benefits, the wealth benefits, and the spirituality benefits. For every 20th person that signs up for this class, you receive this beautiful silver 925 sterling silver pendant that is featured on the front of the book, I Am Rich. The spaces are limited, so act now.
Damn, y'all didn't even hear me. Damn, I thought y'all heard me. Well, did y'all hear me? Let me see in the chat room. Did y'all hear me? I was going in. I don't even know if y'all heard me. But tomorrow, no, on Saturday, right? Well, tomorrow we're starting the God Body Challenge, and we're going to talk about that tonight. But on Saturday, we are doing our lecture. We are doing a metaphysical lecture for the family because that's something that y'all asked for. Soulmatic and the illest to bring the static. We are bringing one of the illest master students that are out here dealing with metaphysics and high level conversations. Our good brother ALKEBULAN44. And then on the 27th, we are giving you a workshop dealing with the precious metals, my geniuses, dealing with the precious metals. Stop playing, diversify your portfolio. I ain't trying to sell you shit. I'm trying to tell you shit, my nigga. Diversify your motherfucking portfolio. Stop playing games. Don't come asking me for no goddamn silver when your fiat turned into toilet paper. If you don't know, now you know. Okay. So that's our good brother in Cairo. He'll be on tonight as well. Tap in. Let's get the show started. Yeah, y'all didn't hear me, but y'all hear me now, right? How's the audio? How's the audio and everything? How we doing on the audio? Audio good? If the audio is good, let's go right into the roll calls and see who is in the building. All right. Shout out to my good peoples at Hawks Apparel. Hold on. Shout out to my good people at Hawks Apparel. That Cosmic Drippington. You know what I'm talking about? Check out the Cosmic Drippington. You know what I mean? Check out the Hawks Apparel. Health and wealth, knowledge of self. Go on Instagram and check out the Hawks Apparel. Checks out the Hawks Apparel. All right. DC in the building. Jersey in the building. What's popping? All right. What's good with your Jersey? Jersey. San Francisco, the Bay Area in the building. All right. What's goody? Cleveland up in this thing. Yes, sir. DC is up in this thing. Shout out to DC. Chocolate City. Oakland, Dallas, West Palm Beach, Montreal, San Fran, Dago, ATL, Moreno Valley, California, Ashe, yes, Ashe, Red Pill, Spartanburg, all right, North Carolina, I see you, all right, Tennessee, or is it Tennessee? You know what I mean? I heard some stories about that, but we'll talk about that another day. Indy in the building, North Kakalaka in the building, NC in the building, Louisiana is in the building, ATL is in the building, the UK, the Mondem across the pond, in it. Elizabeth City, North Kakalaka, Chicago in this thing. Shout out to Chicago. Gun Hill, that's where I used to live. Shout out to Gun Hill. Hollis, Queens, UK, Birmingham Veg. Birmingham Veg in the building. Ohio, Akron, Long Beach. Shout out to Snoop, Doggy Dog. We got Little Goddess in the building. Hold on. Make sure y'all give Little Goddess some love in the chat. Give her the emojis and whatnot. Show Little Goddess some love. She is here doing what she does. You know what I mean? Holding it down. Little Goddess, do you have your mod wrench or do I have to activate that for you? Let me know. All right. You met me right on teaming and at yes, legend. 233rd was popping. Mississippi up in this thing. Maryland is up in this thing. Was really good. All right. Peace to the fam. Peace to everybody in the building. Salute to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all go and check out our show that we did last night on the Netaverse, all right, in Clubhouse, introducing Now Meta. That was a legendary broadcast. Make sure y'all tap into the replay. The replay is available, all right? Virginia's up in this thing. Shout out to Virginia. Inglewood is here. Shout out to Inglewood. All right. Chi-Town, VA. Chi Town is in here. Salute to the Chi. Salute to the Chi. Peace to all of the family. Louisiana, that's very important. Shout out to Louisiana. We got to visit Louisiana very soon. Very mystical place. Very mystical place. What's my email? The email is right here, sir. Email is redpillar75@protonmail. Moreland Ave. What you talking? Wait, Moreland Ave where? I just came from Moreland Avenue. Moreland Avenue, ATL? Oh, black to me. Australia, the Fiji Islands, NC, all right. Queen City, I see you, I see you, I see you. Yes, indeed, yes, indeed. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, definitely, yes, definitely New Orleans in particular. Very mystical place. Very, very mystical place. Okay. West Phoenix. I see you, West Phoenix. Salute to West Phoenix in the building. That's very important. West Phoenix. Trinidad is up in this thing. Salute to Trinidad. Peace and love to the Trinidad fam. I see you. I see you. I got a lot of good peoples that I know throughout my life. Trinidad Massive treated me real good in life, you know? Back in the Flatbush days. I got a lot of respect for the Trini Massive. Let's not even talk about Trinidad women. Some of the most beautifulest women that I've ever encountered. Waterbury up in this thing. Chesapeake is up in this thing. St. Lucia's up in this thing. Okay. What's the topic tonight? I really want to know, what do you think about the FBA and the black that has no, I will not be talking about none of that tonight. So the wrong show, no offense to that, but we don't deal with those kind of conversations over here. You know what I'm talking about? We'll be building with our good brother ALKEBULAN, because tomorrow we're starting something called the God Body Challenge, right? What we're going to be dealing with is applicable sciences, things that you could do right now that could really show you and transform you into the God body that we know and you know and the universe knows that you are. That's really what we want to deal with. No offense to anybody that has questions dealing with status, colorable law, crayons and shit like that. You know, we covered that like 10 years ago. So I don't like to backtrack. No offense. You feel me? I really don't. People are like, yo, why y'all don't be talking about that? Because you got to buy our old album to hear that shit. You know what I mean? That's Blog Talk Radio days. You know, just because people are dealing with that right now doesn't mean that we got to fall in line with an old ass conversation. Okay. Who has been smoking the high grade flower? I ain't really been smoking, so I can't answer that question. I kind of took a break on that. You know, like I said, today we're going to talk about how we could naturally get high. Today we're going to talk about how we could naturally, you know, raise our senses and awaken our quote unquote intuition and things of that nature without an external source per se. You know, awaken the power within through breathing, through fasting, you know what I'm talking about? Through sun gazing, through grounding and other things like that. I was, you know, spring is here. Spring is around the corner. The new year is upon us.
To this day.
Salute.
To this day.
Billies. Salute. Everybody who made it through this very cruel winter. You know what I mean? You know, I'm a testament. I could testify. You know, this was a very cruel winter. And I'm not saying cruel winter where it was very cold and whatnot. It was just a winter. This winter was doing what winters do. You know what I mean? This winter was doing what winters do. This winter had a lot of people, you know, in their quote unquote hibernation, death season type of bag and whatnot. This winter was challenging. You know what I'm talking about? This winter was, you know, it was very, it was very what's the word that I'm looking for? It was very challenging. I guess that's the word that I'm gonna stick with. You know what I mean? And for those who are able to persevere, and for those who are able to move through that fire, and for those who are able to transform through this hibernation type of season and whatnot, I'm here to say salute and kudos. And for those who are still stuck in that winter like energy, I'm here to offer a way out. You know what I mean? I'm here to offer a way out, and that's going to be the God Body Challenge. And then we're going to be doing a lecture on the 19th, and the lecture is going to be so heavy with information that shit is going to break you out of your monotony. You had to have your skin tough on this winter. You definitely had to have your skin tough. One of the first distractions, or one of the first challenges, or one of the first quote unquote, obstacles that a lot of people were facing was the Jabberwocky and whatnot. You feel me? It was the Jabberwocky. It was the fact that they wanted you to put some poison in your body. And then, the hyperdimensional aspect of that warfare is that it made its way inside of your home. It made its way inside of the place where you call your castle and whatnot. It made its way inside of the place where you find your peace. You come from outside dealing with the knuckle draggers and dealing with this world and whatnot, and dealing with all of the trappings of society. You might ride the IRT or the MTA train in New York City. You dealing with all of that madness, and you just be sitting there sucking it all up, saying to yourself, shit, I can't wait to get home and roll one up. I'm talking about watch me some Netflix and chill. You know what I mean? Or listen to some YouTube scholars, or, I'm gonna tap into Melanin Monday, a third, whatever the escape is, or whatever. I'm gonna go home and meditate. I'm gonna go home and water my plants. I'm gonna go home and hug the cat. Then they had you coming home, and the person who opened up the door was like, yo, did you get your third booster? You know what I mean? Are you wearing your mask? And all of this stupid shit. Try and get some sugar. You know what I'm talking about? You trying to smooch and whatnot. You trying to spoon the lady and what? She's like, oh, did you get fat? What? You know what I mean? So it made its way inside of the household. People are watching Don Lemonhead. You know what I mean? They watching all of these people on TV and whatnot, Hannity and all of these other people, rocking them to sleep. I walked into many of households, and when I seen the TV on, I was like, oh, it's a wrap. I already know that the programming is thick. So I just navigated through shit, and I didn't even become, you know what I mean? I had to somewhat remove myself from certain situations because I already knew what it was. People were becoming indoctrinated, and that indoctrination is real in the field. So that was one of the first major distractions. And if you were able to make it through that and not get manipulated and whatnot in order to appease somebody else, man, salute to you. You know what I'm talking about? Salute to your perseverance. Salute to the fact that you stood on your square. Salute to the fact that you showed that you are basically, niggas is talking about finding their God self and whatnot. Well, shit, it's a series of challenges that you have to be able to complete. That's one of them. That's one of them, to stand your ground. Even if your whole family throws you away. Didn't that happen when you niggas started banging against the church? They stop inviting you to the fish dinners and whatnot. Right? Remember that? When you start questioning the holidays, like, yo, Christmas is not real. Nigga, stay your black ass home then. Oh, Thanksgiving is, that's the celebration of the genocide. Well, nigga, you won't have none of these motherfucking, you can't get the cranberry juice then. You can't get the cranberry. You can't get none of this stuffing. You know what I mean? Stay home with your TV dinner. You had to suck it up. You had to sacrifice. And you had to be like, you know what? It's not that serious. Although I love family and I love being around my peoples and whatnot, I am not going to participate in the tomfoolery and whatnot. I'm going to just take this motherfucking W, and I'm going to, either be amongst tribe, or I'm going to just take the fucking day off. And it's not that serious. You got to give up something in order to gain something, right? It started with that. Then it spilled off into the line, or the divide that they created, to where they was like, yo, either you're going to be one of us, either you're going to have the poison or the shot, or you just got to, we're going to ostracize you. We're going to talk about you too, because they didn't just ostracize nigga. They talk crazy about people like, yo, yeah, this one, there they go with the BS. They're unsullied and what they making me sick. You know what I mean? Their healthy asses are making us sick. All of this confusion. And keep in mind that confusion and distraction and propaganda, all of these things that have people uncertain about everything, that's warfare. That's an aspect. That's why 90% of warfare is what? 90% of warfare is propaganda, meaning that it's lies. The lies have you thinking something that's really not. Case in point, with this whole thing with Russia and Ukraine, there's so much propaganda taking place that people are riding. They're in the middle. They don't even know who they want to root for. They don't understand what the narrative truly is. They don't really know what really is going down. Like Blue Pill pointed out, this conflict that you're seeing is part of the Great Reset. This conflict that you're seeing is built off of energy. It's energy first. The petrodollar, the food aspect, and they're dealing with the energy and whatnot. They're changing over the energies because, like I said before, niggas that are eating plant-based, riding in Teslas, they winning right now. They winning right now. Niggas in traffic in them Teslas, they looking unbothered. They whipping through lanes like, what's you know what I mean? Like, I'm good. How are you? You know what I mean? All of you gas guzzlers, you feel me? They got Tesla stocks. These niggas got electric cars. They not eating wheat and they not eating meat and they not eating dairy and whatnot. They plant-based, so they don't have to deal with all of the bullshit that's going on with the food scarcity and whatnot. They winning. I would say take notes. I would say take notes. You know what I'm talking about? You're seeing the rise of cryptocurrency in the use case in the war. You dig what I'm saying? You're seeing the rise of the cryptocurrency in the use case of cryptocurrency in this quote unquote conflict, this new global war that we're seeing and whatnot. Take notes. Stop looking at all of the other bullshit on the surface, and all of that is TV, that's theater and whatnot. They're really giving you some tidbits. And if your mind was wired to the economic aspect of the economic portion of it, then you would know how to move in and out and make some chips while these chips are falling. While these chips are falling, there's ways to make chips. Somebody's getting rich. Bet that. You know what I'm talking about? And the news will never tell you that. They won't tell you that on these podcasts, you know what I mean? Because a lot of them don't understand the geopolitical scene and whatnot. They're not going to tell you that on mainstream media. You know? So we just have to really pay attention to what it is that we're seeing and not be be reactive, but be proactive. How could we be proactive, Red Pill? How we could be proactive if we could go back a month into these shows. When I came back online, they had my channel banned. They blocked me for weeks upon weeks. I could not go live. I could not post in the community room. I couldn't even let you know that they banned me and whatnot. But the minute that we came back, the first show that we did, we brought our good brother from Brazil, brother Stephen Richardson, aka in Cairo, and we told you about the power of the precious metals. If I'm lying, I'm flying. If I'm lying, I'm flying. We didn't come back and start talking about nigga chakras and whatnot. We didn't come back and start talking about none of it. We didn't start gossiping and dealing with it. No, we came back and was like, my geniuses, get your precious metals because shit is about to go down. How do we know? How do we know? Are we the Illuminati or something? How do we know? What the fuck do we know? Little old me. What do we know? How do we know to say, look, start diversifying your portfolio. Dump that crypto for right now. You know what I mean? You don't got to dump all of it. Dump some of them stocks and whatnot. Just move it over, right? That little fiat that you might be sitting on, that money phone that you talking on, my nigga, turn that shit into a gold bar or a silver bar. Diversify. Turn it into some coins. You know what I'm talking about? That's what we said. And the people listened. I say 1%. Right? Because when I'm talking to a room like this, it's 200 some odd people. I know that I'm really talking to 1% of y'all. I'm talking to like 5 of you. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm kind of cool with that at this point in life. It's not for everybody. right? It's not for everybody, and I'm good with that. We painstakingly come on these lives and pause our life. You know what I mean? To put shows together to talk to like 5 people to help 5 people out, and that's cool. Hit them like buttons. Yeah, that part. It's not for everybody, right? It's not for everybody. But who is for is who the fuck is receiving it. You know what I'm talking about? Who is for is who's winning in this shit. Who is for is who is the person that's not trying to sit around trying to figure out how do I jump on a motherfucking moving plane. We was in the airport telling you how to get on. We was like calling motherfucking row 6, right? Group 4, group 5, group 6, group 7, first class. We was in the airport. We was at flight command getting you on that motherfucking plane. Now the plane done took off. So it ain't too late, but the motherfucking plane is in the air. You know what I mean? We might be able to board you on the plane when they start fueling the plane mid-flight and whatnot. And here it goes. On the 27th, we'll be bringing our good brother to do the workshop, and he's going to be giving you some shit that usually will cost you about $1,000 if you were to hear it from anybody else. And that's a fact. Go ahead and go to Eventbrite and check the prices. You know what I mean? Go ahead and check the prices. Go online and do a price comparison. Go to Groupon, my nigga. There's a whole bunch of courses going on talking about 7 steps to building wealth with precious metals, and see what the ticket is. You dig what I'm saying? So we got our good brother, and not only do we got our good brother doing the workshop, but we also giving shit away, y'all. Real quick, shameless plug. Let me go to
Greetings, family. Inkaru Watch Company would like to present Enter to Win this Inkaru timepiece, the Heru collection, hand painted on a pure silver dial, 42 millimeter stainless steel case, and a Swiss 17 jewel mechanical 2.5 delta waves movement. The 100 person that sign up for our online Zoom class, The Power of Precious Metals, sponsored by KTL University and Inkaru, will win this beautiful timepiece. Again, the 100 person that sign up for our class, The Power of Precious Metals, will win this beautiful timepiece. Enter now. Thank you.
Make sure you go to KTL University and go get your tickets. All right. The 100th ticket holder will be the winner of that. I think that's about $7,000 to $10,000 watch. Facts. You know what I mean? Legendary shit. And like I was sharing with y'all before we get to that workshop, which is at the end of the month, it couldn't have come any quicker, but that's next week. We want to deal with what's in front of us right now, right? So tomorrow, mañana, begins the quote unquote God body challenge for anybody out there, man, woman, or child. It doesn't matter. We are going to be tapping into one of our prolific scientists in our community, an engineer. This brother is going to be bringing the science behind developing the God body. This brother is going to bring the science behind tapping into the cosmos so you can have conversations with the cosmos while this sun is speaking to you and kissing you and downloading all kind of information into your being and whatnot. So I don't really want to hold y'all too long. I want to open up the floor and bring in our first guest of the night, our good brother, your good brother, ALKEBULAN44. Peace.
Yeah, so just to veg you back off of what Red said, I don't think we need any further introduction. Again, we got a very monumental lecture that's taking place Saturday, on the 19th, called Soulmatic and the Illest to Bring the Static. So we'll be diving deep into our symbiotic relationship to the universe, the electric body. We're going to tap into some physics. We're going to tap into some numbers. We're going to tap into a whole lot. You know what I mean? So make sure that you bring, your pens and your pads, and document this, because we're going to shift the paradigm with this lecture. I'm telling you, I took it upon myself to, dive down the rabbit hole last night and pull out some gold mines, so we're going to bring something very monumental to the family for sure.
Definitely. One thing that I know, the last time you and Blue Pill came through, we did the American Gods lecture, and we were building on, the Travis Scott ritual that took place, the young Dolph assassination, 22 times and whatnot. They shot the brother, rising power to him and, his spirit. And the audit, whoever were the ticket holders, the family in the building loved your presentation. So when I put up on the community board what it is that they wanted this month, the response was resounding. You know what I mean? They were like, they need that metaphysical upgrade. They need the they need that high level conversation and whatnot. So I'm very excited because the new year is around the corner. Like I shared on the show earlier today, the winter was very harsh for a lot of people that I know personally, myself included and whatnot. The winter was very challenging. I was in the South and it was like chilly as fuck out here. You feel me? Like the sun was not making a grand appearance the way that I usually see the sun and feel the sun and whatnot. The wind down from the 2 years of a protracted war is kind of wearing people down energetically wise, mentally, emotionally. And I felt that we caught uppercuts when they basically interrupted our peace and our serenity by invading our home with Agent Smith. And what I mean is when they brought in the Jabberwocky or the Stabbington and whatnot, or the Jabbington, what that did was that basically deputized people's loved ones, mama, grandmama, grandpapa, with incorrect science, with weird science, and with propaganda, to whereas they basically mimicked the scene in the Matrix where Neo and Morpheus and Trinity were walking through the Matrix, and even the homeless people down to the lady in the red dress were turning into agents, right? So you don't even know who is state sanctioned at this point. You don't know who's working for the state, because if they took it to the point where they were like, yo, we want family members to turn other family members in, they was ready to do that. Okay. Yes. So to be excluded from family functions, to be excluded from, I know people that got kicked out the bedroom, right? To be excluded from hospitals to see your children born and whatnot, to be excluded from funerals and weddings and things of that nature. That began to wear down on a lot of people that I know personally. They were like, whatever. But then at the end of the day, they had abandonment issues. They had these feelings of loneliness. You know what I mean? They were like, damn, that's fucked up. That's foul, fam. When I really think about it, like, Nana was like, don't hug her. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't feel good. Mm-hmm. 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 So I just feel that those, the wear and tear of this prolonged campaign has people in a rut. So we are embarking upon the quote unquote spring equinox, which we identify as our new year, when we spring forward, and we are going to begin something called the God Body Challenge. And I was prepping the audience to let them know how ill and how dope that is. You know what I mean? About an hour ago, I was tapped into you and Richie Moon's demonstration on IG, dealing with the breathing, right? Dealing with the breathing. And one of the mainstays of what I'm doing with this platform is I'm introducing my network, the family, and the platform to applicable science. Not to say that we were not giving out applicable science before, but the same way that we came and we gave people the science of the precious metals and the advantage to be proactive and not reactive before the war even started. I'm like, yo, I'm bringing people on who could give you information that you could use right now to improve not only your lives, but whoever the hell will listen to you, okay? Because it's important, because we at war. And I'm not walking around these streets like we not at war. We are war, higher principalities. There's a spiritual war. There's a financial war. There's a mental war. There's a hyperdimensional war going on. So I want to open up the line and bring my good brother Richie in a minute. But before I do that, I want to know from you. I see you too in Cairo. I'm going to bring you in as well. We're going to have a great panel. Before I do that, I want to know from you, what is the God Body Challenge and why is this so important?
So like Red touched on, as of right now, we're at war, quite frankly. And we really got to start tapping into some practical information that we can utilize in real time. That's what I'm all about. So, people who follow me, my thing is I like to quantify our ancestors' intellectual property and demonstrate it in real time. So with the God Body Challenge, we're acknowledging the body itself and acknowledging the body as being the highest form of technology. We tend to fast and we tend to do these things, but what I'm doing is applying applicable scientific lens through the demonstration of fasting by giving you the context so that you understand what's actually taking place while you're fasting. Again, the body, specifically melanin, is a semiconductor. And when you go through a process of fasting, you're raising the voltage in the body, which is giving you the capacity to tap directly into what you call the ionosphere. The ionosphere has pockets of energy that we call archetypes today, but pockets of energy that you can transduce by way of raising your voltage within this fluid-like environment that we exist in, what scientists today call quantum soup, dark matter, dark energy, the dielectric field, all of these things. But it's important to understand that when we're fasting, we're actually partaking in a very supernatural experience. So the God Body Challenge itself is a 3 to 5 day water fast, no solid foods. And I always encourage the family, if you're doing more than 3 days, do 3 days with just water alone. After that, that's when you can introduce, the coconut water, even add the Himalaya salt into the water. But the God Body Challenge is special because not only is it a fast, but I strategically line up these fasts with certain cosmic events that are taking place. So if you've been paying attention to the news as of recently, we've had solar flares that have been going off the last couple of days. Tomorrow we got the full moon in Virgo. Virgo deals with cleaning out the intestines and, making sure that the body is pristine. Virgo is the feminine principle. So that's tapping into self-love, self-healing, and things of that nature. So you want to fashion a body in such a way that you allow the local celestial geometry to govern it, right? But the matter in it has to acquiesce to a specific geometry. And by fasting, you're allowing your body to do just that and to tap into the local celestial geometry in order to acquiesce to a more cosmic script as opposed to just going through regular fast. You know what I mean? So God Body Challenge is just that. We're tapping into God's ship, practical a demonstration of not only what our ancestors partook in, but I've always said we are those ancestors that have literally come off the walls and are standing here in real time. So it's important for us to not only marvel over what they did, but actually become those individuals and demonstrate that science in real time.
Hold on. See, family, I don't need y'all to just listen to what the brother's saying. I need you to feel what this brother is saying. I need your cells to feel it because he's activating just with the information that he's delivering and whatnot. You dig what I'm saying? Our mission is to break through the monotonous. This is information that you do not receive by scrolling through the noise that's on social media. This is not information that Vlad is providing, YouTube is providing, World Star is providing. The distractions are not giving you this. What the distractions is giving you is problems, Hegelian dialect, propaganda, fear, heaviness. You dig what I'm saying? So when you receive information like this, your ass might pass out because your body is not ready to even you can't receive this stuff. You cannot receive this stuff. So that's why fast or fasting is so important. That's why meditation, deep breathing, grounding, being able to let the sun kiss you and whatnot, and knowing that it's downloading, being able to being able to gaze in the sun and whatnot, letting that shit burn through your left eye, knowing that it's burning through those veils and whatnot. When you start tearing and whatnot by sun gazing, just knowing that it's penetrating these quote unquote veils that we have over our eyes like blinders. We have to embrace whatever pain comes about, because through the pain and through the fear, on the other side is the gift, right? So I want to bring my good brother in, because my brother Richie was going in earlier. He was tapped all the way in. You know what I'm talking about? And yeah, I want him to tap in with the fam, with the network. All right. So without any further ado, Richie Moon in the building. What's good with you, my good brother?
Peace to the family. Peace to the family. Here on Melanin Thursday, Third Eye Thursday. You know what I'm talking about?
That's right. You know, this is the Third Eye Thursday is really about the activation of the third eye, and henceforth the activation of our God body. You know, I'm going to be dedicating Third Eye Thursdays just for that, for application purposes, and those who are doing the applications, so we could really get to what it is that we need to get to, because time is speeding up. Even though we know that shit is it's a tight structure and whatnot. But you see the plays that they're doing with daylight saving times and all of the trickery that's taking place and whatnot, playing with this man-made construct and whatnot. So, you know, my whole thing is, and what my body and what my cells are telling me is that the time is now. Okay? The time is now. So can you introduce yourself to the fam, and can you let them know the significance of what it is that you were doing earlier on Instagram with my good brother ALKEBULAN?
Peace, love, and light to the family. What's going on? Richie Moon, host of the Richie Moon Show, student of Red Pill, student of ALKEBULAN. Earlier, we were doing some breathing techniques and prep work for the God Body Challenge, and I felt from the last God Body Challenge that it would make people who participate in a challenge, it would make their rate of success go up higher if they had things to prep for, because unbeknownst to a lot of people, they don't know that they're addicted. I mean, we're all addicted to food. We all need food to survive. We're all addicted to food, but some of us are unknowing to it. So sometimes people just eat because they're bored. Well, I'm sitting down here watching a TV show, doing XYZ 1, 2, 3. Let me eat. Let me do this while I'm eating. But,
right, because it's convenient.
Right, because it's convenient. But when you take the time, especially like you've been touching on, all the things that are going on in the world, when you take the time to clear out the system and allow your three brains, the one up here, the one in your heart, and the one in your gut, when you allow it to be clear, you start to receive downloads. You open your body up to be a conduit of new thoughts of your own ideas, because unfortunately, a lot of our thoughts are not our own ideas, are directly correlated to the food that we eat, to the people that we hang around, to the things that we're digesting, not just in the sense of food, to the things that we're listening to, that we're hearing, that we're watching, and all that. So
the parasites
challenge. Yes, the parasites. Some parasites will come and get you if you don't clear them out. So the God Body Challenge, along with astrological events, you know, this one being the spring equinox, it gives you a chance to clear that channel out. And we were going through breathing techniques, going from the crown to the root down, so people
top down, like the pyramids are built.
Exactly. You want to go from the crown down because you want to end in a grounded place. So we were going through breathing techniques, and we were taking from a book, Secrets of Reiki. Shout out to Raven for the digestible knowledge, and I was using that as a guide to bring the family through. I was essentially doing a Reiki session in a slowed down version and just breaking down step by step what I was doing, because when I do my Reiki sessions, I take a lot of that information and I implement that into my sessions, starting from the crown down, clearing out the energies and stuff like that. So yeah, we was
shout out to Raven.
Yeah,
shout out to Raven. I'm very proud of her for putting that out.
Yeah,
you know, man, she definitely showed up with that.
Right. She's one of the people
Definitely
that got
showed
me
up with
into
that.
Reiki.
Could we
Right.
speak to this real quick? Shout out to Queen Offset. She said, I've been eating a lot because I'm stressed. Now, before we touch on that, I'm in the South, right? I'm in Atlanta. You would think, right? The minute you drive around Atlanta, you get off of the highway, right? You drive through, you know, different hoods and whatnot. There's a Kroger's or there's a quote unquote, you know, there's one of these food stores, right? Every single 5 minutes. There's fast food, there's takeout, there's barbecue, there's Popeyes, there's Crystals, there's KFC. You know what I mean? It's food everywhere.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost, you cannot deny that you are surrounded by processed food at every single turn. Yes, Publix. If it ain't a Publix, it's a Kroger's. You know, the Whole Foods are kind of rare, but you know they're like on Ponce, and you know you can't really find too many Whole Foods, even though that's highly GMO foods. So it's like, with the stress that people are going through, with the quote unquote, with time speeding up and people feeling like they can't cook and whatnot because they're on the JO and whatnot, or they just want to grab a quick one and whatnot. As I'm driving, I'm seeing all of these lines at these fast food places and shit backed up into the streets and to the highway and whatnot. You know, could we speak to this statement right here where the sister says that she's been eating a lot because she's stressed? And what I'm saying, I'm agreeing to that because I see a lot of the people that are eating is stress related. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stress related indulgence and just being able to conveniently, you know what I mean? Conveniently just eat your pain away or your stress away.
I would ask the sister. I would ask the sister a series of questions, going right back, dealing with the chakras. What specific area in your life are? I know stress can be an overall, but we can definitely narrow down stress to what specific areas are you being stressed about. And I would ask her to maybe change your perspective of food. A lot of times we look at food as just being entertainment, something that we eat as we're watching the news, movies, or whatever. And I would really ask her to question, what are the things that are you putting in your mouth? Because when you're eating this fake food, what it does is just really making you even more hungry. That sugar, all that salt, it's almost tricking your body. You'll eat a lot, and then you'll be hungry 2 or 3 hours later because it's not real food. So you're not getting fulfilled off that food. It's just tricking your body into thinking that you're eating something fulfilling, but in reality you're not. You're just doing a lot of harm to your body. So
it's actually adding on to malnourishment.
Yes, exactly. It's added to the malnourishment. So I'll ask the sister to, what's your perspective on food, what you are eating, and what is it specifically that you are stressed about? Because a lot of stress is related to specific kind of foods. Like I know anxiety. A lot of people that have to deal with anxiety, they eat a lot of chips, a lot of kind of like finger foods, chewing gum, things that you can just pick up real quick and do that. So I will ask her those 3 questions, and I will also ask her to maybe to change your perspective on food.
Well, sis said that she's homeless. So, you know, that's a large portion. And she's in New York, I believe. So, you know,
Yeah.
the food is somewhat of a soothing mechanism, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And a survival aspect as well.
Definitely. I mean, I haven't been homeless, but I've definitely lived in New York, and I've been down, and not really having that much money. So I definitely understand your perspective. I definitely understand where you're coming from with that. I would say, man, that's a hard one, because your sources are limited when you don't really have the funds, unfortunately. And a lot of the bodegas is serving up, hoagies and ham and cheese sandwiches. So you can really only work with what you got. I would encourage a sister, if she can, to add more vegetables into there, even though I know her selection is limited. But I would say, sister, please, to fulfill that, in the Bronx. There is, I know on Southern Boulevard, because I was part of that food garden. I know on Southern Boulevard there definitely is gardens where they're growing food, where we're giving out food, and I know this because I was one of those people growing food and giving it out,
Right.
giving out to people who were
I'm
homeless.
like community gardens.
Yep, yep.
Okay.
And I was doing it when people were scared to come outside, like you said about COVID. Everybody was scared to come outside, so I had like 2 or 3 beds to myself, and we were growing spinach and kale and tomatoes, and we were just giving it out. We were just giving out. I'd take like 10% home for myself, and we would just give out. We would just give out the rest of the food. We were giving out all kinds of fruit and veggies.
Right. Sister Offset, my email is right there. Redpillar75 at Proton Mail. You know, let's build. You dig what I'm saying? Let's politic. Let's build. You know, let's come up with a solution and whatnot. I'm not finna just leave you out there in the Bronx like that. I just left the Bronx in 2020. You feel me? And
Right.
man, you on Southern Boulevard, shit, I was right there as well. You know what I mean? I was living right across the street from the Bronx Zoo before New York tanked, before New York went into Gotham City mode, and I got out right before that shit. You feel me? I went right to Connecticut to you know, raise my son and whatnot. And I was able to come back into New York to handle business and to see my children and whatnot. And the shit is upside down. So my spirit don't feel comfortable just knowing what's going on with you and whatnot. So let's build. Let's come up with some type of solutions. You know what I
Right, and
mean?
I definitely
She said the
right.
shelter that she's in won't let you bring food. Let's build. Let's build. We
Right.
gonna work our way around this thing.
Right, and if I can, if I can be of any assistance in any way, let me know. I know right on Southern Boulevard, right under that 2 train on Freeman Avenue, there's a food garden right up the street. I still know the dude. I still keep in contact with him to this day. If I can help out in any way, please let me know.
Right. Right. That's right. You know, I just was in I was at a deed signing in Atlanta at the Hereafter Farms at the Legacy Center where, you know, multiple families came to sign deeds for plots of land that they just purchased. You know, food, clothing, and shelter is very important. That is the priority, has always been, and it is more so now than ever. We are on the brink of a food crisis. So when we hear the sister say what she says, and the situation that housing and food is one of her issues and whatnot, she is speaking for the multitudes, and she's also, in my humble opinion, it's also she's giving insight as to what the future may hold, right? Because what's going on in the Ukraine, dealing with the wheat and whatnot, and the gluten and whatnot, and the scarcity that's going to come out of that, the majority, you know, the Ukraine was a huge export of food and whatnot, and that got shut down. Okay, and as you can see, the inflation is going through the roof. Okay, the inflation is
Mm-hmm.
going through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Gas is going through the roof. The way that these trucks were delivering things and things of that's not going to be what it used to be. So as we enter into the spring, going into the summer and whatnot, highly suggest for everybody that hears my voice that you tap into your local farmers, especially the melanated ones, and you begin to get these quote unquote heirloom seeds and other things. You need to get with these farmers who have these secrets on how to make things pop. Blue Pill has a brother. Mama Pill introduced us to a brother who lives in Moreland, Georgia, who makes a fertilizer called Black Gold. Shit is magical. You know what I'm talking about? And we need to tap in with brothers and sisters like that. All right. So let me bring
Yeah,
my
I'll
brother.
be out there.
Huh?
I'll be out there next month. I said I'll be out in Atlanta next month. I definitely want to be able to tap in with him. And I'm glad you brought up the truck. There was a dude on Instagram. He's a trucker, and the video, you may just be thinking about the gas prices, which it cost him $1,000 to fill up his 18-wheeler. $1,000 to fill up his 18-wheeler. That's
Shit
not
real.
really the hook of it. He was saying, he was saying that the food is becoming less and less, and the truckers are the people who are bringing in all the food to these grocery stores. So it's just a chain of effect of things that are going on. So, fam, this is something that we definitely, I'm not trying to speak doom or gloom. I'm just speaking of the reality of the situation, of things that we definitely got to keep that eye on, because, you know, tapping with your local farmers. And this will be a good time to, you know, follow different people on Instagram, because there are a lot of Instagram pages out there that do offer, you can chop off your cabbage, chop off the back end of lettuce and regrow it, and you can, you know what I'm saying, you can buy one lettuce and end up growing a couple of lettuces for free. I just joined the community garden out here in Miami, so yeah, I would definitely highly recommend that the family start to look into those alternative food sources.
Dope. All right, let me bring ALKEBULAN back in. My good brother in Karu. I want to bring my good brother in Karu in the building as well, man. Let's just, because I don't like having nobody waiting in the panel. You know what I mean? I want to bring the OG in the building because he has a lot of information and insight. You feel me?
Right.
This brother is a horologist.
Right.
You know, he studies time. He's also a watchmaker. You know what I mean? He also mints silver, gold, and other precious metal coins. You know, I'm doing a workshop with the brother in March, at the end of March, March 27th. We already are making very big strides with our ticket sales. The people are very interested in the information that he's bringing. So I'm very solution based. You know, I don't like to beat on the drums of fear, doom and gloom, because whatever you give power to, you somewhat enhance. And I know the power of my voice, and I know the power of this platform. So we're here to hack, right? When they say hack, what they mean is to solve. A hacker is simply someone who solves problems. So we're here to hack any type of issues that may debilitate us as a people, because I'm just taking I'm taking a guess to say that 75% of our day is spent being inundated with problems, right? So can you introduce yourself real quick, my good brother in Cairo?
Thank you. I'm a horologist in Karu. I'm a watchmaker and jeweler. Thank you, Brother Red. How you doing tonight? Appreciate you having me on.
We lit.
All right. Pleasure to meet you, Brother Moon. First time I had the pleasure. Yes, sir. ALKEBULAN, how you doing, brother? This is the second introduction. We had a conversation on the phone, you and Blue and I, a little while back.
Yeah.
Good to see you, brother. Yes, sir.
Look, this is the Brazil gang right here. We all three of us, Richie, ALKEBULAN, and your bro. Yeah, we coming up to Bahia real soon.
Bring it on.
We're gonna be breathing on the beach.
Right.
Yeah.
Blue had me yesterday on IG. Yes, I was at lunch. I gave him a peek. I need to.
I saw that.
You saw that, yeah.
That looked like a painting, my brother. The background.
Yeah.
That was like this blue right here. It was a Jay-Z blue. It was a different type of blue.
Yeah. I appreciate y'all. I've listened to ALKEBULAN and yourself. So I like what y'all doing with this fast, with this reboot. And you know, I always like to bring things together so it don't seem like it's separate. That's know,
right.
Facts. Yeah.
And with this, what we bring in here is so let me just get back, because I think the family is missing what the class is really about. Now I just want to clear up something.
Yes, sir.
Someone asked me, you know, they start talking about money. So I said, you know what, let's define that. Let's define the definition of money. So this is my definition of money. So it's three things, three components. One, it has to stand the test of time. Two, it has to be portable. And three, as it is, it has to be conducive to your well-being.
Right.
So precious metals, gold it stands the test of time. Thousands of years. You can have a kilo, it's a kilo. You know,
right.
It's not going to tarnish. It's not going to rust. You can dig it up, King Tut tomb. It's right there. Okay. It's portable. You can put 5-6 kilos in your pocket. You can travel anywhere in the world, and it's respected as universal money. It's the most liquid asset on earth. As far as a physical asset, it is the most liquid. 3, it's conducive to your well-being. As you know, Blue has gold water.
Yes.
It's conducive to your well. As you know, Kibulon yourself was talking about the science of gold, the energy, the ore. It's condensed sunlight, you know, and its metaphysical form, it is sunlight. It's our DNA. It's not just our DNA. It's not what our DNA is recorded. It is our DNA, because gold holds the most data out of all the metals. That's right.
To this day.
Gold holds
To this
the Akashic record. Okay?
Right.
It holds platinum, gold, and silver. So when they check the DNA, they checking the nanoparticles of your gold. And so when y'all do that fast, that's what you're releasing. You see? And like I told Brother Red, I've been on a raw lifestyle. It's going on 2 months now. You know,
that where the glow come from?
That's where the glow is coming from. All fruits and vegetables. You know,
My guy's glowed up.
The beach. You know, retaining the whole 9. You know.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, it's the lifestyle, and I really appreciate y'all bringing this information. And what I'm challenging the people that's joining the Precious Power, Precious Metal class, I've been on a 7-year fast of accumulating precious metals weekly. And that became a lifestyle because it's real money. So all I do is take digital money or paper money. Every week I'm buying, accumulating real money. And it's extending the portfolio. And, you know, I've been in the industry for 27 years, but I didn't know this formula until 7 years ago. You know, I kept figuring, okay, I'm making all this paper and digital currency every year. And at the end of the year, it's not much to show for. It's just coming in and going out.
Right.
And then when I had a chance to step back and look at it, I said, okay, so the old cast said, accumulate real money and build your foundation. And then anything that you want to do on top of that, whether it's crypto, play stock, speculate, or whatever, it's easier because you have a foundation of real money.
Right.
And so that's the direction that we're going in with this class. So I want to put everybody, hang with me for 12 months on a silver fast. Straight up.
You said a silver fast, huh?
A silver fast. You know, no speculating.
Right.
Nothing. You know, no speculating, none. Just straight up make whatever.
You talk about the silver dust,
the silver grains, silver coins, whatever you want to purchase it at, accumulate it, and in the class we're going to talk about how you can use it in your industry. I'm talking to a young lady now that brought the class, that brought the book, and I said, okay, I'm going to give you a booster consultation. She's a chef in New Orleans.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm in real time. Lisa Jean-Pierre. Okay.
Yes.
So she has a restaurant. So she said, okay. I said, so I put her on. I said, okay, get some copper pots, get some copper cups, get some copper bowls, and start studying the science of the electricity and energy of copper. So she started experimenting. She said the eggs She's beating the eggs. The eggs are more fluffier.
Mm.
It tastes different. It's raising the frequency of our food. Okay. So now I said, okay, I'm gonna find you some silver spoons, some silver cups. Lisa, found the silver spoon. How much are they? Boom. Cash at me right away. Boom. Sent her a whole package out yesterday. She received it tomorrow.
Right.
So she is experimenting. This is real time. She incorporating silver and gold into cooking with it, into experiment with it, into storing her water, making her teas, and it's just gonna keep growing. And it's gonna grow into products and other things. But she's raising the frequency of the food that she's serving. So that's what we talk. That's what we're going. So it doesn't matter what industry you're in.
Right.
The concept, I'm able to trigger that concept to your industry.
Powerful, brother. Powerful. Do you got that silver cup around?
And that silver cup, yeah. Let me grab it. 1 minute.
I said to myself, if I ever would have opened up a vegan spot, even if it's a food truck, we doing copper cups, silverware, real silverware. Talk about I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Well, now you is. What you talking about? You gonna fix that?
This is the copper picture right here.
That shit looking like it's from William Sonoma. Talk black to me.
So keep along. I store my water in here.
Yeah.
In the copper picture.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is the ritual. This is the silver cup.
Woo.
All right.
You don't even got to turn the Netflix on before you start chilling, my brother. Just
that's what time we're on.
That's it right there. You put some honey wine in the copper chalice. Let's start breathing before Netflix.
Look, family, I got the copper right here. I got the copper on right here with the black.
There you go.
Yeah, with the black obsidian. Right. So, and not to cut the bill real quick, I want to interject for a second because again, our planet is becoming very electrostatic. So again, we possess all these minerals in our body: the copper, the gold, and more specifically, I always say it, melanin is a semiconductor. So because of the planet being very electrostatic, what's happening in the body is copper is binding with guanine to allow all the platinum group metals to open up the DNA to allow the electromagnetic radiation to come in by way of the cosmos. So that's what's taking place within the body as we speak. And that's all in reference to the trajectory of our planet and where it's going. We're getting closer to Sirius. We're getting closer to Pleiades. So that's why it's important to take the gold water. Make sure you're getting the silver in the body. Make sure you're getting the copper in the body, because those minerals are going to acquiesce to the frequencies that's embodying the physical body. So family, you see how both of our lectures are running concurrent. On the 19th, we speak about the body in reference to the gold, the copper, the silver, all the transitional metals, ruthenium, platinum. But then we go to my brother's lecture and they're having a monumental build on the 27th. So, we're like my brother Red said, we're talking about practical information. The brother just shows you, with the copper and the silver, like we're actually demonstrating things in real time and giving you, applicable and tangible ways on not only enhancing the body, but just enhancing your lifestyle in general, financially, physically, so when you bring those two, worlds together, we're a force to be reckoned with. So, I just commemorate and honor, the brother over, in Brazil doing his thing with the minerals and the everything that we need. But again, it's important that we also acquiesce to that same lifestyle in reference to the body and making sure we're putting those same things inside the body to begin to acquiesce to a higher frequency lifestyle.
Family, before we even continue, all right, make sure, hold on. Make sure y'all go to KTL University. We don't do Eventbrite anymore. You know what I mean? We made everything underneath one roof. We simplified the process. KTL University is the University of Know the Ledge. This is where you will find tickets for both of these events that are coming up. The first one we have on the 19th, that is our lecture. That is with our good brother ALKEBULAN44. And then on the 27th, we have our good brother in Cairo, and that is going to be the workshop. We are going to get in it because we in it to win it, and we are here to upgrade the family. We are here to charge you up. We are here for the New Year's to get your New Year started properly. This is a New Year gift to you. You know what I'm talking about? Real quick though, I want to ask this question. You know what I mean? My good brother, can I melt? Cause I got a whole, I got copper rods and whatnot. If I wanted to get some shit melted for I need some spoons and forks and whatnot, because you know I'm taking this concept and I'm running with it. You know what I mean? I need to start with I need to start with cups while I'm talking. I need to be drinking from my silver cup and eating off my copper spoon and whatnot. So I know that you mint coins, right? You mint coins. So is it possible to is there a way that you could assist anybody that's out there who is in the business of creating their own coins? Is that something that you offer as a service?
Absolutely, you know, and you know, it's a whole nother animal. You know, so many facets to this industry. You know, so you're talking about a bullion dealer, Angus dealer, you know, coin dealer, you know, bars. You're talking that whole language, you know, right there. So you know, the coin that you have, I minted a while back. The Benjamin Banneker. Yes, we have that mint. I can put the person in contact with them, but what you're going to be looking at is in currency, you're going to be looking at spending somewhere about 5 to 10,000 as getting a minimum order going, you know, and then it's a process of you have to send your custom mold, and that's alone. I paid somewhere about $1,200 for the Banneker and the Heyru custom coin, and then you have that mint, and then you just have the metal cost, market price, and then whatever the mint gonna charge you for actually production.
Beautiful, beautiful.
It's a process, you know.
It is. You know, all great things are, you know, process based, right? I saw Blue Pill with the coin yesterday when y'all were on IG, and it just was looking so beautiful. I gifted my son with the coin that you gifted me because you pass a lot of my precious metals on to the little ones and whatnot. You know, just to create that foundation while I'm building mine. So give thanks, brother. Give thanks, because when you minted that coin and you passed that to us a few years ago, truth be told, that really opened up my paradigm to the possibilities of what we could create. You know, you were very ahead of the curve with that. You know what I'm talking about? I heard a lot of Moors throughout the years talk about creating their own currency and things of that nature. You know, we had prototypes of the Noble Drew Ali dollar. This is way before even cryptocurrency. And to see the Benjamin Banneker coin with Heru on the other side, it blew my mind, bro. It really did.
Yeah, I appreciate that. What's that?
Do you still have those available for purchase?
I haven't. I minted 250. They 2-ounce coins. I minted 200, and as soon as the season kicked in with the corona, they sold out like crazy. So I didn't run anymore, but I can run some. And you know, after this class, I wanted to open up the floor to brothers like yourself, brother Keeblan, brother Moon, yourself. Hey, this is all about. You want to run it? Let's run it. We can run it. You know, we can run it, and you know, it's that mint is available, so I'm willing to share that mint. But I wanna go what you was talking about with the brothers and the Moors and the sovereignty, and that is key. You know, when you pull this precious metals, you landing on the stage of sovereignty. And from there, the studies of precious metals, the science of it, how to use it in the business. Like I'm landing on the ground of sovereignty because, okay, I have the precious metals. Now I'm a bank. And when I showed you my equity card, I'm able to exercise loans like a bank against my timepieces. So you see what I mean?
Yeah,
So
we talk about that.
yeah, more. And I met some of the brothers, and I turned a couple of them on, and they started buying. So for me, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle of being a Moor. So I'm a Moor. So
Right.
I have the metal, and I'm exercising the bank to bend the rules to my favor. Inside of the monetary system. So that's what we're going to be talking about in the class. But it's so powerful right now, Red, because people don't understand what's happening. And when it start really to unfold, they're going to be running and rushing to this stuff, and they're not going to be able to get it. When I had that coin minted, it was 2000. I started in 2018.
Right.
And so I'm sitting there designing it, and it said, no, put 2020 on it. I didn't know why.
Right.
It said, put 2020 on it. I said, okay, I'm put 2020 on it. And then as this is good for keeping on, you're gonna like this. As I started grounding and sun gazing, they said, look, it was 2019. It's you gotta go. And all I heard in my head the whole summer of 2019, you got to go. And that's when I came here in October 2019. So, I understand what you're talking about, being tapped in. I have a gift of a visionary. And that's why this is all coming together now. And that's why we're having these conversations, man, because this is important to bring it all together.
I can attest to that download or that signal that you were receiving. I even put it in real time on the YouTube shows in 2019, and I was like, "Yo, I don't even want to let it go, but I gotta leave Harlem alone." You know what I mean? I have to hang my hat up because something is telling me it's time to leave. And I gracefully bowed out from being on 125th Street, where I was out there from 2005 to 2019, or no, really early 2020, to be honest with you. Right. Yeah. So I did a 15-year bid of community service, serving the people on 125th Street. And then I fell back and I started to focus more so on just doing my webinars in the house in the Bronx. And if anybody from New York knows, to stay home or to not go outside in New York City back in those days, it's almost like I don't know people to stay in the house in New York City. You feel me? That's so counterproductive. Like, you would feel like the worst type of rat because you're not in a rat race. You're not on a hamster wheel with everybody else. And it's like, damn, am I worthless? Like, I can't stay in the house. But I fought myself and I was like, nah, you don't deserve to be out there anymore. Like, there's something bigger for you. You need to remove yourself from that place. You even need to remove yourself from New York. And sure enough, in March, this same month, the 13th, that was the beginning of the global reset, right? And as fate would have it, my son, Omari, he was scheduled to come in March. He came April 2nd and whatnot. And that offered me the opportunity to go a little bit up into the woods, which is in Connecticut and Hartford. You know what I mean? And from there, I never really came back to New York. And then I just seen the whole thing collapse, So I'm glad that you picked up on the signal as well and made that transition and went across the world over to Brazil, because now, that you're an asset to your nation. because of your position. So, salute.
brother Moon, I don't know too much about your. I was listening to your message, but I would like to hear, something from you, brother, if you don't mind, Red.
Oh, the legend. Let Richie
Yes.
talk. Richie from New York too.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I was in the same thing. I now I'm thinking about it. I remember when 2020 was coming up, and I was getting this feeling. There's this old movie. I wish I could remember, but it's this old movie from back in the day. I like this monologue that was in it. I'm an actor, and it was basically this other guy. He was talking. He was just like, you ever get the feeling that you're kind of stuck in here? I've been talking to my wife, and we've been sitting here just observing New York and thinking like it's kind of like a prison guard situation, like where the inmates have really become the prison guards, and you really can't see the bars because everybody's stuck in like this, like Red was saying, like this rat race. So I was starting to get that feeling as 2020 was coming up with being in New York, and I always said to myself, yeah, man, I like the South. I had some of my really good friends from college moved to Florida. I always thought about the idea of going down there. Then an opportunity at the top of 2021 came for me to move to Miami, and I just jumped on it immediately. And I came down to my here in Miami, and I never looked back. But in between that, in the summer of 2020, when C-19 was at its height, I was actually in Atlanta. I was in Atlanta with Red. Red Pill and I's relationship became even tighter, and then we came back up to New York, and you know what I'm saying, and started hanging out even more. But yeah, I was definitely getting that feeling that something is looming, something is kind of coming, and it's time to escape. And then literally, I felt like it's a scene out of a movie, like when they're running, and then you see everything falling behind you because Red was already out. But by the time I got out of New York, like things was literally just falling right behind me, and it truly turned into Gotham City, and it was just like, yeah, I can't. I love New York. I'm from the town, but I got to go.
Right. And we did Dark Matter Timing with A.A. Rashid and Blue Pill in Atlanta. Atlantis, I was hosting it. And Richie pulled up, right? Was that was it? Because that's when I met Sabrina, Mama Sauce. Was you there when I recorded Ride of the Valkyries, bro?
I was there when you recorded Ride of the Valkyries. I was there.
Oh my God.
To this day.
There, my guy. That started the Red Summer. It was that recording session that when I was like, yo, that shifted everything from the Scorpion King 2 to the Red Summer. And then I had to come back to Atlanta because the energy in Atlanta during that quote unquote initial 2020 lockdown, when Blue and Keys and a few of the people in Wadada, everybody was outside, and everywhere on social media, everywhere else, they was inside. So Atlanta looked like the only free place. We's free, boss. You know what I mean? We was like, we was looking like Steven from Django. How them niggas get to go outside like that? So when I went out there, I was like, yo, the freedom that I felt, it was electric. The freedom, the ability to move around. And then I was like, I gotta come back here. I need to plant my flag here, and I need to quote unquote make this the base. Now, I don't feel the same right now. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm here. I don't feel the same electricity that I felt back then. I feel I don't feel the same. I'm like, yo, it's probably somewhere else, but it's not here. But that's neither here nor there. We'll talk about that another day. Brother ALKEBULAN. Tomorrow we begin our journey, right, into our quote unquote our God body challenge, so we could get the glow like in Cairo. Okay, we start the journey for the glow, right? Can you walk us through the process of how that begins? And for everybody that's on this line in the audience and that will watch the replay, are they invited, or how do they become part of the God Body Challenge?
Yeah, basically you can just tap in at will. We start tomorrow at 8 a.m. sharp. Again, it's 3 to 5 days, no solid food, just water. Me personally, like I said, I'm feeling myself going into this spring equinox, so I'm looking to do at least 7 days, maybe even 8. You know, I'm gonna push myself this time around, but you know, just relegating it back to, you know, the body itself. You know, the body is piezoelectric. It's a crystal, right?
Yes.
So anything that's piezoelectric, when you apply pressure to it, it generates a charge. So when you're fasting, your brain sees that as a cognitive challenge. It doesn't like it. It's
Yes.
stressed, right? And again, the brain itself is a crystal as well. It's piezoelectric. So what happens when you're fasting is your brain start to activate what you call adaptive stress response pathways, right? These adaptive stress response pathways then begin to activate proteins, and this protein is called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factors. But the protein, the brain-derived neurotrophic factors, is thus what leads to the development of more mitochondria in the hippocampus. But not only that, more neurons in the brain, a larger neural network. And again, we consist of these metals within the body. So when you're generating a larger neural network, all those transitional metals that are in the brain, and we got to remember too, the transitional metals in the brain are the same metals that they use in computers and things of that nature for them to process information. So we contain these same minerals in the body. So when you're going through a fast, you're developing a larger neural network that generates a larger magnetic field. And when you have a large magnetic field, especially when you're juxtaposing it with certain celestial events, you acquiesce to what's taking place within the cosmos and allow yourself to literally process information just like a computer does. You see what I'm saying? So those
Yes.
who want to partake can jump in tomorrow, 8 a.m. I would definitely recommend the family, and typically I give them about 5 or 6 days to just prep for it. So I give them a little bit of time to kind of ease into it, you know. But for those who've been doing, you know, their just due and prep their body and that nature, tomorrow 8 a.m. tap in. You know, I always recommend the family, like I said, to do at least 3 days, just water, and anything beyond that, you know, you can add the coconut water and the sea moss, or water, everything, you know, outside of water itself. But yeah, tomorrow and get the plug in the lecture, or the 19th, me and Red are putting together and demonstrate called Soulmatic and the Illustrabrina Static. So again, we go back into we're talking about the electric body, the connection to the, you know, the cosmos, our symbiotic relationship that we tap into the speed of light, audio waters of noon. We take it to Kemet, you know, we take it to, we're going everywhere with it, but it's very uniform, very digestible. But I do recommend the family to bring something to write with, and pad. It's very scientific. And me personally, I'm pushing the needle forward when it comes to this teaching, because we got to get out of regurgitating information. We push the needle forward. So I'm introducing words that the family might not have heard before, ever. But, you know, I expect them to do their due diligence to really go in then and actually start some of these terms. So that way they can develop a relationship to the information, you know, and take it upon themselves to, again, demonstrate time with information that I'm giving on the 19th.
Indeed, indeed. Real quick, if anybody has any problem getting to ktluniversity.com, please make sure that you put www. before KTL University, so it doesn't give you any errors and whatnot. If you put it in www.KTL University, when you get to the site, you'll easily be able to spot this flyer. Okay, that's for the 19th, and you'll be able to spot this flyer. That is for the 27th. All right, so it's at the top of the page, and it will be right there for you. Okay, so make sure you go ahead and grab those tickets. All right, brother Richie. Real quick, I know that we won't have too much time to do the full breathing techniques and whatnot, but I just, like I said, I was on the IG. I was in the car breathing with my little man and whatnot on the way home to do the show. Can you real quick share with us some breathing techniques to get our bodies prepared for this 3-day fast or this 5-day fast, you know, to get our minds right and our bodies in alignment and whatnot. Just some basic fundamentals that we could tap into.
Absolutely. To jump straight into it, I think, not even I think, I know one of the ways to amplify this experience is just by the technique in which you are breathing, by simply taking your tongue and putting it at the bridge of your mouth like this.
Right.
And if you're familiar with Kegels, holding that pressure into your abdomen area, by combining those two techniques when you're breathing, you're holding all the energy inside. You're breathing up, and especially us, we're all men up here. That is a great way to also, I don't have the science behind this. ALKEBULAN might be able to speak behind it, but I know from my experience from doing this in the sun, being in a squatting position, I feel my sacral and my root energy. I literally feel the energy coming into that area. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I would definitely recommend for the family when you're doing your breathing, put your tongue at the bridge of your mouth and you want to hold it. You know what I'm saying? Put your visualization in it. That air that's going through your body is building up. It's building up. So we can just do a quick demonstration. You know, everybody just relax your face, relax your shoulders, unclench your jaw, just get into a quick, relaxed place. Take the bridge of your tongue, put it right here, take your tongue, put it at the bridge of your mouth. And we're going to breathe in for 4. We're going to hold in for 4, and we're going to release for 4. So when I count to 4, that's when we're going to start. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. And release. And when you do that, when you add the Kegel squeeze, when you add the tongue at the bridge of the mouth, you're keeping all this energy inside of it. And for me, it just amplifies everything. It amplifies my visualization. It amplifies my the clarity that I have in my mind. And like I said, whatever I'm visualizing, it just really, it amplifies. With all my Dragon Ball Z fans, this is how you skip straight into Super Saiyan. You know what I'm saying? By doing a Kegel and having the tongue, you skip the process and you skip right into Super Saiyan mode. And then what ends up happening is you end up practicing that just in your regular life. Just like as I'm sitting here listening to y'all drop all the game, that's how I'm breathing already. Like I'm in my Kegel position. When I'm not talking, I got my tongue at the roof of my mouth. And when you start to just do that in your regular life, you start to walk around in this borderline kind of like theta mode because you're breathing and you're keeping all that energy inside of it. And then you correspond that with the specific hand signals for like the crown and all that with your intention and visualization. And you can amplify your meditation, your breathing technique tenfold.
Beautiful, my brother. Beautiful, man. I appreciate that. Somebody said that you're not asking.
Do you?
Yes. They were saying that you were not as clear. Was brother? I don't know if that's just you, Sister Yaya, but did y'all hear the brother clearly in the audience? Let me know. If so, I will have him repeat himself so we could get this download. But I give thanks. I heard you clearly.
Yeah, I heard
sort of demonstrated. Right. Okay.
Yeah. No, I think somebody asked for the God Body Challenge. Do we go and do? Yeah, nobody. Yeah, you don't really keep the seed. Do not release the seed. No solid food for 3 to 5 days. No releasing of the seed. You know, you can practice your tantric, but don't release. You'll be doing yourself a great disservice. And so yeah, no release.
And like I encourage the family too, you know, during the fast as well, limit the amount of time you're on the cell phone, you know, limit the amount of time you're in front of the TV. You know, you don't want to overstimulate the glands with the blue light. You know, you want the body to go to its most complete homeostasis space, you know, in order to continue and begin to regenerate itself. So spend outside, spend a time outside, you know, in the sun. Put your bare feet in the grass. Um,
Right.
you know, sun gaze as much as possible. You know, and just spend time with yourself. You know what I mean? Again, just literally sit in a room with nothing going on, no extra stimuli, no music, no TV. Just sit there and just recognize thoughts that you're having. Have a self-reflective moment. You know, because this is not only a process of eating from food, but you know, this is a process of healing, you know, not only physically but mentally. You know, so we suffer a lot and when we cope with eating, you know, because that gives us instantaneous gratification. But you know, if we can segue out of that for a little bit and give some time to ourselves, you know, we'll really start to bear witness to, you know, some of the spaces that we need to tap in to heal. So I encourage family, aside from just food, you know, sustain from, you know, again, social media, TV, and spend time outside in nature.
And you get rewarded at the end of it when you make that commitment to your 3 to 5 days of fasting, not just from food, but from releasing the seeds, from all the things that you consume. That is, you take that time to write down your intentions and write down goals that you want to reach, and you will be rewarded in faster time by committing to yourself. And at the same time, like you and Red were talking on IG Live the other day, your confidence builds with that. When you tell self, I'm not going to eat any solid food for 3 days, and you stick to that, when you get to the end of that 72 hours, your body will reward you for that, and you will see things that you are setting into motion. You will see that come into your reality a lot faster. That's definitely been one of my experiences from participating in the God Body Challenge.
Yeah, that's a fact. Like I've always said, like confidence comes by way of you promising yourself that you're going to do something, do it, and you know, receive the reward from it. So again, if you tell yourself that you're going to do 3 days with just water, do 3 days with just water, because this fast again is not only to help you as physiologically healing, but also it's to build character, it's to build self-discipline, it's to build the act of self-reflection, self-awareness. You know what I mean? So the God Body Challenge is a totality of, you know, a few different things. So, you know, this thing is monumental. And again, it's not just a regular fast. We're aligning these events with celestial events that are taking place within the cosmos. So it maximizes the output and it really does a service to the people based on their intellectual property, because it gives you, you know, downloads in real time. So, you know, again, I just want to commemorate everybody on this panel, and again, we're giving you practical sciences and tangible things that we can utilize in real time, and you know, that's what type of time we are on. So, you know, that's it.
Right. So real quick, we have a little issue. I think y'all might be crashing the site and whatnot. There's a lot of people hitting the website. It's having problems loading. So we have to implement some measures in order to get y'all your tickets, because I don't want anybody to miss out on what it is that we are going to be delivering. So every single person listening to this show, every single person is interested in both the lecture and the workshop coming up, please hit this email right here, redpillar75 at Proton Mail. Redpillar75 at Proton Mail. And when this broadcast is over, we will send out the link for you in your email, and you will be able to receive that. I really do apologize for any inconvenience with the link not working, but it does appear that the site is being bombarded with you know, requests and things of that nature, and it's not loading. So we're gonna have to call up the technical people at Podia and get things fixed. But in the meantime, between time, all you have to do is send your information, and in the heading you could just put lecture or workshop, and we'll be able to take care of you. Thank you.
Red, can I ask you something? The other night, we're supposed to present the timepiece. You mind running? You mind running that? I want to.
Right.
Do we
Okay.
have time? Do we have time? If the
We do
time
have
permits.
time. Let me run this commercial, y'all, real quick. Real quick. Here we go.
Greetings, family. Inkaru Watch Company would like to present Enter the Wind, this Inkaru timepiece, the Heru collection, hand painted on a pure silver dial, 42 millimeter stainless steel case, and a Swiss 17 jewel mechanical 2.5 delta waves movement. The 100 person that sign up for our online Zoom class, The Power of Precious Metals, sponsored by KTL University and Inkaru, will win this beautiful timepiece. Again, the 100 person that sign up for our class, The Power of Precious Metals, will win this beautiful timepiece. Enter now. Thank you.
Get your wrist game right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I forgot, brother. We have tickets on your site as well, so let me put that up there.
Yes.
So we could use that as an alternative.
Yes.
What's the site again?
You can go to I Am Rich. You can make it easy. IamRich.nyc. And once you get to the site, you'll see the book. Just click on classes.
Okay. Is it /classes?
Or the site is artcurrency.org/classes.
Artcurrency.org.
Yeah. If you want to go there real quick to double check it.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
gonna put that.
I think it's classes or class, either one. Yeah.
Is that it right there?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Artcurrency.org.
Yep.
All right. So yes, for anybody out there watching it now or on the replay, if you want to get your ticket, right, for the workshop at the 27th, The Power of Precious Metals, you can get it right there. We all, the whatchamacallit, the prize still stands that when you buy your ticket, you will get a free ebook, which is entitled I Am Rich, right? That our brother authored. And you'll also get the 4-hour lecture called Dropping Gems when we introduced our good brother to our network on February the 26th. All right. He opened up for us. And that was a very powerful workshop in and of itself. And that was talking about the power of the crystals, crystal currency. But as you can see, crystals are laid inside of precious metals. So it's a marriage between the two. We don't exclude either or. Okay. So we tap into the crystal currency, right? But we're also tapping into the currency and the power of the precious metal. So go ahead. That is the solution. You could go to the classes at artcurrency.org. Yeah. There you have it. And for the students for tomorrow, for the 19th, the lecture with ALKEBULAN, please send me your email. We will send you your link. All right. And the email is, as it stands, redpillar75@protonmail. Shout out to Little Goddess in the building, everybody behind the scenes. Shout out to Destiny, everybody behind the scenes that are working with me to make sure that everything goes accordingly. All right. Appreciate y'all.
No doubt. Well, yeah. So again, I appreciate you, brothers, all of you guys. Again, the workshop is on the 27th, and then we got the lecture on the 19th. Soulmatic and the Illustrator Static. So like Red said, we're getting that situated with the ticket. So hit up Red. We'll get you guys situated. And it's definitely going to be two very powerful demonstrations that we're having before we end this month. So
yes. We're marching forward with applicable information, not to negate anything, because I don't compare, I don't negate. I'm not in that kind of that's not my market and whatnot. I'm focusing on what it is that we're doing over here. I'm focusing on what we're providing and the value that we're able to provide and what it is that you could walk away with. So not only can you walk away with a God body, or you could be on the path to create your God body, but while doing that, while you're glowing, you could have some nice jewelry on and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you can externally, you could tap into those precious metals, because once you get that God body, you got to adorn yourself. Gods are adorned. We don't got, you know what I mean? We could shine when we naked and whatnot, because man make the clothes don't make the man. Like, we still got that Leroy glow even when we take off our clothes. However, when we pull up and when we come through, y'all already know how bad our image is globally as a people, right? So the gods got us, the gods and the goddesses, we need to step this summer. We need to step out. We need to let our presence be felt. We need to let our auric field disrupt the auric field of people that are functioning on those lower frequencies. We need to rise things up. We need to level things up and whatnot. It's level up time. So with that being said, I want to know, I just want our good brother Richie to close out. Then I want ALKEBULAN, and then I want my good brother in Cairo to close out. So we could let the family, go ahead and get their tickets and prepare themselves for that fast that's starting tomorrow, so we could all be on this frequency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you for having me on Third Eye Thursdays. Thank you to everybody in this panel. If any of the family that's watching, if you're in the Miami area, come and tap in with us for Zen and Kush on March 20th. I'll be bringing this. Zen and Kush is a whole event unto itself. I'll be bringing back a live show of the Richie Moon Show at Zen and Kush. Tap in if you're interested in some more of these breathing techniques. If you're interested in a Reiki session, tap in. I know for the next God Body Challenge, we're going to start a couple of days earlier. I'll do some more demonstrations. I'll make sure to go out to the field, have the feet plant firmly in the grass, show you some physical demonstrations. And we're just going to keep upping the ante for the God Body Challenge. And if you want to tap in with me, the Richie Moon Show _ on Instagram. Thank you, gentlemen, for having me on.
Yes, indeed. Salute, King.
Salute. Yeah. And again, I want to just commemorate everybody on this panel. God Body Challenge. We kick it off at 8 a.m. sharp. 3 to 5 days, no solid food, just water. Again, we're marching into the spring equinox, so we want to move with the trajectory of the sun. You know what I mean? We want to live the hero's journey. So it's pivotal for us to move with nature and in step with nature. So naturally, you phase lock, to the cosmic script. And that's exactly what we're doing. So, with developing the God body, then we march into the lecture on the 19th, and then we march into the workshop on the 27th. And I'm telling you, family, like, this is going to be a monumental month that we end with. And I want everybody on this live to really partake, because, again, this is practical information that we're giving you guys in real time. So again, I just want to honor and commemorate everybody on this panel, all my brothers, and salute to the family.
All right.
Salute. Indeed, King.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. I look forward to that upgrade tomorrow, moving into this spring.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Appreciate it. Appreciate for having me back on, Brother Red, and good to meet you, Brother Moon. Peace to ALKEBULAN. Yeah, I think this is something magical that's happening, and we're gonna see some different things unfolding after our lecture and after the workshop. I think we're gonna be doing some other things together. I can just feel the energy, flowing. So
things are already unfolding since we announced what it is that we doing. I promise
Yes.
you, the world started to shift to the conversation and to the narrative. So
Yes.
we already began to control the narrative just when we started talking about the power of the precious metals. It became
Yes.
a global topic, right? Richie, they said
Yes.
to retire the headphones, put that on the altar, leave that as Zen and Kush and whatnot. Don't come back with those white headphones. You leveled up to where you could just talk now. You know what I'm saying? That's what they said. But I bear witness. Yes, I bear witness. But I don't bear witness. I have witnesses, right? Because sometimes they may think that Red Pill is biased and he's trying to sell you something. I have witnesses, and it's the witnesses is the audience, the witnesses is the timestamps, and the witnesses is the archives. Go dive into the archives, y'all. And remember, they went to war on 2/23, the day after 2/22. That's when Putin went to war in Ukraine. This conversation that we were having was early in the twos. Okay.
Yeah.
So as soon as we do this workshop, right, the way that the great divine speaks through signs, we really gonna start seeing signs. We're really gonna start seeing what it do
Yes.
and whatnot. So keep in mind, to the people that are out there that are tapped in, it's not just us, it's y'all. When we
Yes.
collectively tap in, you be very surprised what we're able to do, the power of what we're able to do, the way that we change narratives and shift them. Okay, I'm gonna just leave it at that.
All right, brother. Yes, indeed.
All right.
Salute.
Salute.
Peace.
Indeed.
Peace.
Thank you. Peace and
I
love.
like this. That one, yeah.
That part.
That's the crown one. That's the crown chakra. That's the crown chakra. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? If you wanna, you gotta take the headphones out, Richie. If you want to close us out on a quick ending meditation, like a breathing practice, like you were doing on IG, I would highly appreciate that. What's that?
I don't know if you can hear me.
What'd you say?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Nah, I was just, hey, salute to everybody. Listen, tap into those classes. I'm definitely interested in tapping into those classes because I like things that I can tangibly hold as opposed to like the digital NFT coins. So precious metals, that's something I'm definitely interested in. Looking forward to that class.
Look, you in Miami.
Putting that knowledge up.
You in Miami. That's Brazil of America. You in Miami. that conversation, Miami. You amongst a lot of numismatic gold dealers, silver, you know what I mean? Like that's a global market. They converge in Miami. So it is only right that we begin to, as novices and students, we get the knowledge that our good brother has as he teaches it, so we could have conversations in high places. You know what I'm talking about? And when we open our mouths and we start talking, people know what we're talking about, because you could tell where a person is at in the first 3 minutes of their conversation. You feel me? So it's important that we begin to get this information, because this is the conversations the billionaires are having.
Yes, indeed.
So once again, y'all, Red Pillar 75 at Proton Mail. We're going to send the links out as soon as I close this show out. I'm getting on top of it ASAP, because I don't want y'all to change your minds and get all, you know how that be. You got to get the people where they at. So we're going to take care of y'all. All y'all got to do is send an email and we're going to link you up. So take us out, Richie, if you can, if you may, please. Just with a quick breathing exercise.
Love and light to the family. Thank y'all for having me on, and look out for me and Red on Tuesday. We're talking about them cosmic, them conscious connections. You know what I'm saying? A whole nother subject, but
wait, hold on. Wait, hold on, there you got me started. Listen, I've been bringing my good brother in Cairo on the show, and he's started the conversation about conscious connections. He might be our first bachelor, okay? Because the ladies be going crazy. Talk back to me. Now they talk about Richie with his shirt unbuttoned and whatnot. On him. So when we get our God Body Challenge on, and when we get some silver coins and some copper in the bank, you know what I mean? We're gonna start looking a little more sexier to the goddesses, and then we can have this conversation about the conscious connections, because they need us to have some assets. You know what I mean? They got assets. We got to pull up with some assets. I'm gonna have the Hey Roo watch on, like,
Yeah.
let
Let's
my
get
watch
it
talk
on.
to you. What's the watch saying, ladies? What is the watch saying? You know what I mean?
Let's get it
So
on.
it's before we jump into anybody getting together, before we jump into the affairs of the heart, before we jump into the possibility of creating a dating site and whatnot, we have to get our assets in order. I think that that's the most responsible thing that we could do as kings. I'm talking to the kings right now. You dig what I'm saying? There are attainable assets out here. Women is like, I can't eat an NFT. And I understand.
Yeah.
I get it. You know what I mean? You know, you showing them pictures and whatnot on your phone. Like, I promise you, the board ape is, they like, nigga, that's a screenshot. Stop playing. They want tangibles. They want tangibles. You gotta pull out the rods on them. You gotta pull out the rods, the whole thing of the rods. Like, they want something that they could feel. So we're gonna get our God body. First, they want to feel the God body. They want to feel that aura. They want to feel that, they want to feel that diamond body.
Yeah.
And then they want to know that you have that foundation, that bank, that you're your own bank.
Yeah.
That shit sounds sexy on the first date. Talk to me. Like, that equity card, ma.
Yeah.
Assets. I got Hey Rule Platinum. Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What we doing? All right.
So I just had to bring that up because I will be on
Yeah.
Richie Moon show on Tuesday, and we're gonna start jumpstarting conscious connections. I said in the New Year's, we're gonna fly, we're gonna grow our wings, and we're gonna get this conversation started. I didn't think the conscious connection was gonna be good for the winter season. That's cuffing season. Let them cuff. You know what I mean? The flowers and everything are blooming in the spring. It's spring again. Biz Markie told us that. That's love in the air. You know what I mean? The birds and the bees is they handling their business, so it's time that we handle ours. Okay, so take us out, Richie, with a little breathing exercise so we could be centered.
So speaking of,
I can't hear you. You got to unmute your phone.
hold up, you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
I don't know if y'all can hear me.
It's kind of choppy though.
Oh man, hold up, I might go back in the.
Okay, this is the last time for the earbuds. We forgive. Yeah, this is the last. This is the last go around for the earbuds. Then we're gonna retire them. But we got you. We're gonna start a Richie Moon Mic Fund. How about that? Richie Moon Mic Fund coming up real soon. While he gets his sound right, is there any last words that you want to leave him with, my good brother? I can't hear you either.
Yeah. Sign up for the class. And let's let it unfold. Let's let this whole thing unfold. And this is a beautiful seat. It's a beautiful time, and it's the storm is we right in the eye of the storm.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I can feel it.
And then, like I told Red, what's gonna happen is when the class is over and we go into April, as it keep unfolding, they're gonna keep buying into the class. And so we're gonna see how things. I think I've been prepping for this class, and I've been taking notes from all the different talks you had with Brother Rich, about Brother Rock.
Yes.
I'm just taking notes, and I'm just piling up the workshop.
Right.
So it's really gonna be sweet. Yeah, it's really gonna be sweet. So I'm a bounce. It's getting late here. It's past my bedtime.
I already know, my
you
good brother.
You an hour
behind you.
Behind now. It's 10:30.
Right.
Yeah, it's 10:30.
It's almost my bedtime too. Shoot. Yeah, I'll be tucked in before midnight these days. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, brother. I
Yeah,
appreciate it. We'll talk soon. All right.
indeed, indeed. Salute.
Peace. Salute.
All right. Yeah, y'all. So, there you have it. I was able to assemble the gods, you know what I mean? Bring the kings together, help to restore some faith. You know what I'm talking about? Trapping ain't dead. You know what I'm talking about? Trapping ain't dead. Like, we still here. Thank you everybody in the audience. This has been a very, very, I just love the energy from beginning to the end tonight. Like, it was a very magical experience. I promise you. And that's just not me talking out the side of my neck. I'm dead ass when I say that. You know what I mean? I had to get in my New York back. I'm dead ass. I'm about to put my Timbs on and just start talking to y'all. But the Kings, yeah, this was Kings County, right? I'm happy to be in the presence, of the gods and the goddesses. I'm about to put a goddess panel together as well. Y'all gonna see the power of the goddesses. We ain't forget about y'all, but right now, we demonstrating our godhood with the god bodies and whatnot with our master students, and what the future holds, in this quote unquote networking community. We really doing the work, I'm talking about, and the work is internal, right? And the shit is not sexy to everybody because everybody didn't sign up to do the internal work. Some people want to always project and deflect and focus on what's going on outside of the window and whatnot. And, what's going, like Pearl from 227, they want to focus on what y'all doing? You know what I mean? And I'm here to let you know from personal experiences, that's not where the power lies. You're not going to tap into your godhood. You're not going to tap into your divinity. You're not going to tap into the reason why you took the red pill and signed up for this thing in the first place. What this has to do is a lot of internal searching. And that internal searching is going to bring people into your life from the external world and whatnot. But when you really think about it, they just reflections. Just a reflection. Just a reflection. Just a reflection. Go to Clubhouse. Somebody was asking me about Clubhouse. We don't have a show on Clubhouse tonight, but we had a show last night. All right. Go to the Netaverse and sign up. Go and sign up to the Netaverse Discord. We having some powerful conversations in there. Oh yeah, Lizzie will be on the panel. That's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. Tapping your divinity to get your trinity. I hear that shit. I hear that. That's that talk right there. I hear that talk. You know what I mean? But definitely tap into your divinity to get your trinity. And we don't propose to have all of the answers, right? We're not out here like, oh, you gotta know. We got some of the answers and we're rolling them out piece by piece, but there's things that you can use in real time to see transformation in real time. Let's pay homage to that moon that's outside of our window. Let's get ourselves prepped and prepared. And for those that want to get on that challenge, I'll see you tomorrow. All right. I'll see you in class on the 19th. And then I'll see you in the workshop on the 27th. All right. I'm telling you, this is about to level up. This is about to level the fuck up. Queen Offset, make sure you tap in with us so we could talk. All right. That part. Love and light to the family.
To this day. To this day.
We out. Peace. Y'all want to, maybe we should end with a song. I don't know. Yeah, let me see. Hold on. Let me see something. Extra camera. Oh, they get fancy. All right, nah, we ain't gonna end with a song because this is not allowing me to do all of that. But just know, oh yeah, shout out to Destiny, Die Hard, the new album. We have a new project coming. We're going to be putting out singles, though. We're not letting an album out just by itself because I don't have faith in albums anymore. We're going to be rolling out singles, and those singles are going to have NFTs attached to them, right? Them singles are going to have NFTs attached to them. And you're going to be able to tap in and make money while you listen to some God hop and whatnot. So we kind of tweaking it to whereas we're going to be able to eat off of, you know, the music that we're out here making and stuff like that. You feel me? So we not being, you know, we want to give back. Let me know if y'all can hear this though. Thought I forgot about this. This shit is a knocker. Did it come through clear, or y'all hearing it through the headphones? Talk back to me. Like, how is it clear? Because I can't have my shit muffled. How does that sound? Y'all hear it? Okay, let's go. Die hard. Make sure y'all dying hard and living well.
To this day. To this day.
Die hard or live well. They wanna see me stop at well. Die hard or live well. They wanna see me stop at 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 well.
My crypto is up, my pistols is tucked. By the dip with the set, and then I get low as fuck. Lambos in limbo, I sit low as fuck. I got a Kamala hopping off the G5, and you know a Timbo's is tucked. Had the best verses, have to give Swiss Street and Timbo a cut. Rather wake up in Rome in a Karen's home that look like Sharon Stone before I hand them the stones. Chrome and abandon the throne. Dope and palm, smoking bombs. Chaos magicians with broken wands. Travel through the dark web until my token's gone. Searching for Spock in his Pokemon. Invoking songs. Speaking pig Latin and Hebrew spoken wrong. Off-white Peruvian fox. Blue face to watch. Lapis lazuli the rocks. Baby blue Bermudian locks. Triple black Nubian yacht with Narubian dot red.
Make sure y'all hit that cash app. Money sign Phil Marlin. Here, talk black to me.
Nubian dot.
Slow down. Die hard or live well. They wanna see me stop at well. Die hard or live well. They wanna see me stop at 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 well.
Slow down. Then a playlist switched to Andalusian rock. For all of you niggas that saying the black woman God. Natural Tahuti your pops. You know the niggas. Face it. Now it's back to the basics. Made the Sentinel destroy Zion. Now it's back to the Matrix. Racist. They said black don't crack, but it's cracks in they facelift. Glaciers. Ski racks on a spaceship. Gracious. Tanzanite black opal 100 racks for the bracelets. Selfies inspired. We fed all the healthy desires. Demons and Hellcats. Street cars with wealthy desires. Red summers, oh yeah, we melt in these tires. The LP was fire. NFT top shelf sold to the wealthiest buyer. Copper wires, yeah, the wealthy messiahs. You was wrapped up in the wealthy attire. Speak your dreams, dream chasing niggas, seek your streams.
Die hard or live well. They wanna see me stop at well. Die hard or live well. They wanna see me stop at 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 well.
Old niggas ask me, say say, young blood, where you get your style from? I told them my style sprung like a cow dung. I chewed on them shrooms like a cow tongue. They said, how come? I replied that the proof is in the outcome. Detroit Red Pillar, yeah, Harlem's very own Malcolm. Go and cop twin the album, the Red Summer, Scorpion King, that Christ consciousness. Yeah, you might conquer shit. 300 blickies on some Contra shit. What? That ain't know. The meanest entry in the cleanest Bentley, Mars and Scorpio, but I let Venus tempt me. I did. Grabbing my dick, they call it penis envy. Busting off shots. Busting off shots till the scene is empty.
Die hard or live well. They wanna see me stop it, oh well. Die hard or live well. They wanna see me stop it, oh 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 well.
Sir, got that new project on the way. Make sure you tap in. I just might go with one more. Y'all get a bonus because the New Year's almost here.
Chaos Magician. Yeah.
Red Pillar. We chaos magicians. Making classical music so Amadeus could listen. Black magic divisions. They pay us in them crypto encryptions. The crystals on them crypto Egyptians. The black gods have arisen. It's the new religion. Buddha bless it, it's the true religion. Matrix for red and blue revision. Yeah, this is for my lions and Zion. Pelicans in them super prisons. The cuckoo, that's where I flew the pigeons. Pioneer activated, third eye blue divisions. This the new provisions. Super villains in them Hellcats with the super engines. This the twin demons, the petty kings. AR-15s with spaghetti strings. This the new religion. Yeah, the scars of a general, the scars are original. The bars are like minerals. Mars is in seminal. We was lost at birth. We crash landed, then we scorched the earth. Now them bridges is fuming, and my business is booming. And I'm big amongst the shamans and the wizards and indigenous humans. The resonance we give up is human. Off-grid niggas live up the shrooms and I'm too versatile. You can't curse the child. Now my business overseas is mercantile. I'm a polarizing figure. I start mobilizing niggas. Ain't no snap. I start pulverizing niggas. Poserize, soldierize to the colder skies. Ascension protocol arise. 8 feet of the bloodbath. All they seen was APs and HP Lovecraft. They got designer on that Comic-Con. Head to toe, Necronomicon. Yeah, we banging for that vote. Tetragrammaton. $3, 6 dimes, 96. I do on and on. Now that Obama gone, these niggas want a trauma bond. Listen in the ferret.
Stay tuned.